What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. It's the good, the bad, the ugly for our Dallas Mavericks over the New Jersey Nets, getting that victory in overtime. We loved it. I did this on the fly, so I can't even remember the score. I think we got them by like 5 or 6. I watched the whole game. Sorry. This is, like I said, this is at work. Check out my dog DDP on the ones and twos. We're going to do a joint show, but I'm at the job. I had to just drop it the way I was, so check out the good, the bad, and ugly every time we do this and continue to support it like no other. But I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts on it right quick, and then let's get ready for this OKC game. But first of all, the good, obviously, Mavericks won, beat those Nets going to New Jersey. That's a good thing. Obviously, they had a back-to-back game they played the night before against the Milwaukee Bucks and got beat. Giannis went crazy, scored over 40 points in that game. So it's always a good thing when you can get a team on a back-to-back, because they're probably not going to be as sharp. They might be a little tired, and that's the best time to get them because Dallas has some days rest. So good, like I said, Mavericks won the game. Another good, Luka went crazy, 41 points, 11 rebounds, 14 assists. I'm really must say he really won that game for him because he kept him in the game. Made big shots toward the end of the game, especially in that fourth quarter when every time the Nets got a little 5 or 6 or 7 point lead, Luka would come in either with a really good assist, a score, a three-pointer. He just really kept the team close to be able to do what it did and get to overtime. So Luka did his thing. Also, another good team shot 50% from the field, 50% from three-point range. That's a definite good. 77% from free throws. That's not great, but that's better than it's been. It actually came up because it was actually lower than that. Another good thing was Maxi Kleber came off the bench and gave you some really good minutes and points, 15 points. Tim Hardaway Jr. also came off the bench and gave you 18 good points. So that was a definite good right there. Also, a definite big good for me was Josh Green. Christian Wood didn't have the greatest game, 11.6 boards, but he was in foul trouble pretty much from the very outset. He got 3 quick fouls, and so he was kind of out of it. But he still was 2 for 2 from three-point range. We're going to talk about that right quick. But Josh Green was the guy to me that really excited me. I had been talking about him. You know, he signed up for a 4-year deal. The trajectory is going up for him. Like I said, I love his size. I love his athletic ability. And if he can get confidence, man, he's going to continue to earn more minutes in that rotation. They're going to need him in that rotation. But Josh Green played big, 10 points, 4 boards. He was bouncy in that game, had a couple big bouncy rebounds, 3 from three-point range. And Kleber, Christian Wood, Josh Green, and Tim Hardaway Jr. all came off the bench. A total of 17 threes between them. They made 12 of them. You feel me? So you had somebody that right there over 40-something% from three-point range just with those guys. That was a definite good, and you really love seeing. Well, I really love seeing what Josh Green did because we're gonna need more minutes from him, especially from the guard position. Because you got Dinwiddie, who I feel like I said it from the very beginning. Tim Hardaway Jr. He's not really a starter. But I'd rather have Dinwiddie come off the bench because he's your ball handler and he could really work with Wood and really give Wood those quality minutes too. But the way the dynamic is and the way your guard play is right now, you're not playing the rookie Hardy, which I love to see that. Cabanzo, he's not really, he had a really good assist, but he's not going to score the bucket. So anything we get from Josh Green is good. So that's a good. Quick bad. Bad right here is the starters from three-point range were 8 for 23. Bad. If you didn't have those guys that came off the bench and hit those threes the way they did, probably lost the game. Now, we'll say Dorian Finney-Smith, Tim Hardaway Jr., they hit some big threes at the end of the regular. I think it was in overtime, actually, to kind of pull the game away. They hit 3 consecutive threes. Kleber, Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, all 3 really good assists by Luka, and I think there was 3 straight threes in that overtime to really kind of push it over the top and really win the game. So they hit them when they needed, but they didn't hit them during all the game. So 8 of 23, that's some bad right there. Also, the New Jersey Nets have no inside game to me to speak of. It's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. You saw it, they both had 39 and 37 respectively, but 54 points in the paint, That ain't good. That's a lot of second chance points. That's a lot of stuff to be able to score on the inside, and the Nets aren't some top inside playing team. They don't have no inside guys that you're just scared of. But 54 points in the paint, that's saying they were just getting easy stuff in there. They were shooting over 50% in the game. They ended up shooting like 46% to end it. So, Dallas got to look at that because they're around 48%, 49% and giving up field goal percentage on defense. That's got to get better. Also, Dallas was out-rebounded in this game. 16 second chance points to Dallas's 4. Not good at all. Got to get better on that. Second chance points, out-rebounded, 54 points in the paint. I believe the Pelicans had 54 points in the paint. So too much is getting too easy on the inside, and when it is getting on the inside, you got McGee that you got, and Wood, obviously, he's not a great defensive player, but JaVale McGee is what you brought in for defensive rebound, and we're not seeing it. That's a bad. We're going to talk about that in a second. Fast break points also, 31 fast break points to Dallas's 10. Dallas fast breaks, they run the ball. So the Nets get out there and run 31-10. That was not good. And all these stats I kind of talked to you about was the reason why they stayed in the game. If you had better play around what we talked about, probably would have been a blowout for the Mavs. But they kept them hanging around, and that's just not good. And my last is my ugly is, Dallas still, don't have that killer instinct sometimes. Great job last night, but this feels like don't see a killer instinct at times. That's ugly to me. Also, a big ugly to me right now is Dorian Finney-Smith and Reggie Bullock. They're playing terrible from the three-point land, and I get it. They're not the guys that you're looking from the offense. 11 and 9 points respectively, I believe, from last year. I get it. But you got to still be able to shoot your two starters. And I know you're there for defense, but you got to still score points. Dinwiddie and Doncic, if you're starting Luka and Dinwiddie together, I mean, that dynamic, it can't be those guys all the time. And when they're going to the hole and kicking out, that's your job to hit them threes. And right now, you're not doing it. Especially in this last game, looked really bad. Dorian Finney-Smith was 1 for 6 in this game from three-point range. And he's 3 for 12 in the last 2 games. And Reggie Bullock, I apologize. He was 0 for 2 from three-point range in this game, and was 1 for 6 from the Pelicans game. He's 1 for 8 in the last 2 games. Reggie Bullock is 3 for 12 in the last 2 games from three-point range. And a total between the both of them, they're both a combined 3 for 30 from three-point range in the last 2 games. That's not going to cut it. And like I said, I know you're not a guy neither one of you guys are driving to the hole. You guys don't really can create the ball off the dribble, and you really need Luka and Dinwiddie and those guys to create the shots for you, and you get open looks. Plenty open looks. Got to make the shots. Dorian Finney hit a big 3 at the end, but it got to be better, got to be consistent. Those guys got to be better, got to get some kind of points from these guys, or, teams are going to just really work Luka. Dinwiddie, I love what he's doing right now, 16 points a game, but I'm not really counting on that. He's playing really well, but, I don't think those numbers are going to play like the whole year. So we'll see. Got to get more from Reggie Bullock, got to get more from Dorian Finney-Smith. Both of them got to play better. The defense, but got to play better. And then JaVale McGee, man. One more time, JaVale McGee, he did a couple plays. He missed a couple of alley-oops. He had 8 points, but like I said, they're not effective points. It was one play where there was a missed shot. He's just jogging down the field, and I believe it was Claxton beat him down the court and got an easy bucket while he's jogging down there. I hate that, man. And I just feel like he's not aggressive enough playing that inside paint. Guys are getting too much easy points against him, not blocking shots, getting rebounds, but they're not effective rebounds. And even the points he's scoring, he's never been a guy that can score points, but even the points he's scoring, it's not effective. And I feel like he's got to be better. He's got to play better, and that's why Maxi Kleber, he had 2 quick turnovers. He came in the game. Maxi Kleber got to take him right back out the game. Maxi Kleber played because he's just not giving it. I'm not saying the effort is lacking, but the jogging down the court, the movement, the still goofiness of how he plays, I just don't kind of like it. And I feel like, like I said, if that's going to continue, man, we need to get Dwight Powell out there. He ain't giving you no points. I get that, and I understand. I know that. but I definitely think he's going to get them boards. I think he'll go in there and get them rebounds. He's healthy. He's great on that pick and roll for the alley-oops. He's great on that. I feel like he got to start getting some minutes. I know it's early 4 games, but I just don't like McGee's body language. I just don't like him at the starting spot right now, at the starting center. I just don't like it. And my last ugly is Christian Wood got to play more, Jason Kidd. He got to play more. Maxi Kleber dropped 30 minutes. I get it. He played great last night. But Christian Wood, I know it was foul trouble. But, bro, it should not be Maxi Kleber getting 27 minutes and Christian Wood getting 23, 24 minutes in a game. You got to put him in crunch time, bro. He got taken out. He was playing hard. I thought he was going to stay in there at crunch time. Then he took him out, subbed him for Tim Hardaway Jr., and it worked because Hardaway Jr. came in with a steal, got a rebound, hit a 3. It worked. I think he got lucky with it. But I saw Christian Wood playing really hard, feeling like he was going to be in there at the crunch time, and he was running out to the ball, doing those things. He was doing it, and then he got taken out. And then once he got taken out, he didn't see the light of day. So that's 7 to 8 minutes of crunch time. You need them points. You got away with it in this game because the Nets ain't no great team right now. Ben Simmons ain't giving them nothing. But you just got to get Christian Wood in there. He's got to play it. I don't know about this damn trust or whatever, but this is your second best player on the team. This is your second best scorer on the team. He's got to get at least 30 minutes in the game, Jason Kidd. He got to. You got to figure it out. I don't want him sitting on that sideline getting frustrated and getting mad. Then it boils over and then he don't want to re-sign with the Mavericks. Dog, don't mess this up. Get him more minutes, especially in crunch time. I get it. You ain't starting him. You need points off the bench. We all get that. But he's got to be in there in the crucial times. It can't be no Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith every single time, man. I ain't counting on them for points. We need points, not just. And I believe the more minutes he gets, the better defense he will play. That's my opinion. The more minutes he gets, if he sees he's playing in the clutch, he's playing in the crunch time, I think he plays harder, and I think he plays harder on the defensive side. So I think that changes when he gets those minutes. So that's just my good, the bad, the ugly from the Dallas Mavericks. Big win in New Jersey. Well, I can't remember the score. It was 125, like 119, something like that. I'm sorry. This was on the fly. But check out my dog, DDP. We're supposed to do this together. I couldn't. I was at work, but I had to drop something right quick. So check out the video. Go like, support. Big Game James, Dallas Prospect. We got more stuff coming up. Cowboys, Bears, watch party going down, live play-by-play, and the Mavericks play the Thunder tomorrow. So I might do a watch party of that. We'll see. And then also, make sure you check out Best of Enemies podcast Sunday. That's going down as well. And you know how we do. We'll talk to you soon. Big Game James. Peace. I'm out.